Hello and welcome back to another video of Brotato. Today we are going to be playing the baby. And we start out with plus 12 harvesting, minus 20% items price. We gain a weapon slot every time we level up instead of a stat upgrade. We start with one weapon, and shops always sell at least one weapon. However, we require a lot more XP to level up. So personally, I have not played this character yet, but I think there are a lot of possibilities here. However, I think that the stick would easily be one of the best strategies for this character. Another one you could possibly do is the quarter staff, which gives you XP gain, so you basically can try and negate this negative effect. But today we're going to keep it simple. I'm pretty sure the stick is the strongest. I have not tested this yet, so you might think, oh, how are you making a guide? Well, 400 hours of Brotato helps you make intuitive and kind of well-educated decisions. I'm pretty sure, once again, this is going to be extremely strong, and we're not going to have any problems on this character. I'm also going to try and prioritize getting luck. Yes, exactly. So luck is one of the things I'm going to prioritize. I also do have quite a few weapon slots. The Gentle Alien's also quite good. Stick, stick, stick. Okay, we finished upgrading our sticks. We can go ahead and buy the propeller hats. Since we only have 2 weapon slots, we only want to roll for the tier 2s. And I can see one issue on this character is going to be upgrading all of our weapons. So that is where the whole stick thing comes in, right? Because the sticks, as long as you upgrade them, or as long as you have them equipped, they are going to boost each other's damage, regardless. So you don't actually need to get them to tier 4, or even to tier 3. If you just have them tier 2, I think that's plenty good enough. And we can get... Oh, wait, we didn't level up, so we actually can't get the stick. We're going to go ahead and lock it and roll a tiny bit here. Damage percent is probably going to be very good, so I'm going to go ahead and lock the head injury. I think we want to get a lot of, well, all the damage stats, right? Of course, but we don't need melee damage at all. Attack speed and damage percent are going to be the main stats we're looking for damage. And then, of course, we do want to get a lot of luck. So basically, luck, number 1, for the sort of miscellaneous stats. We want to get luck. And then of course we want a little bit of speed and stuff, but that's always true. There we go, we leveled up again. Get the stick, roll a bit. Let's go ahead and buy the head injury as well. Lemonade. No, we're not going to go for that right now. Okay, there we go, another stick. Perfect. So we are only really going for tier 2 sticks. I'm going to go ahead and lock that. Actually, we can go ahead and do this. I think this isn't too bad. But yeah, we're going to want a lot of luck, because that makes the likelihood we find higher tiers of the stick a lot more easy, sorry. And then we also want to have damage percent and attack speed, because those are going to be our main scaling stats for damage. And then XP gain increases are going to be huge. So if we can find scars, black belts, bean teachers, diploma, any of the any of the items which can give us XP gain are going to be really, really good. And then, of course, we just want some tank stats. So, max HP and armor. We don't need this. Weapon slot, perfect. Oh, we actually leveled up twice, and there we go, perfect. I just mentioned the black belt. We found it. We do lose luck, but making that XP gain, the amount of XP gain that we need go up, or sorry, the amount of XP gain we get go up. Making the amount of XP gain we receive go up is really, really good, in my opinion. So, definitely worth it. I don't need the baby gecko. Lost Duck is amazing. Stick, Lost Duck, and that's it. We can also buy the acid. It gives a ton of max HP. Well, to be fair, we don't really need it, but I am going to get it just to be safe. And if you found it early on like me, I'd recommend probably purchasing it is worth it. And the reason I said it might not be worth it is because we are using sticks, and the primitive weapon set that comes from sticks gives bonus max HP. So once you have 6 sticks, you actually are getting 15 max HP as a stat bonus. Which doesn't mean getting more is bad, it just means it might be unnecessary. But if you're not too used to playing Brotato yet, I would say that there's no harm in buying the acid in this situation, because it'll make us a bit safer. We're going to go up to 34 max HP after. We also leveled up again. And yeah, so yeah, plus 8 max HP. We don't really need dodge and knockback, or both. So not really necessary. We're not going for crit chance or dodge, and the reason for that is that the sticks only have a 1.5 times the multiplier on crit chance, so it's not really worth going for crit. We would rather spend our money on something else, like the gold skull. Um, it's sounds a little weird since we do have so much base damage, but I'm actually gonna go and skip it. I think I'd rather find more sticks or something. Yeah, perfect. Just like I said, more sticks. And there we go. This is exactly what we like, right? Things like the metal. Those crit chance, we don't care about crit chance. We get a little bit of speed, which is always nice. Armor, damage percent, and max HP. Those three stats are perfect for us. And yeah, this is... I promise you guys also, this is actually my first time playing the baby. If you noticed at the beginning of the video, when I was in the loading, or the baby's character selection screen, my sort of banner was black, and that's because I've never played this character. I just read what the ability does, and I can kind of assume quite easily that sticks are going to be by far the strongest weapon. Though I'm sure I could make tons of things work. This character seems ridiculously strong. Having 24 weapons with only one single drawback, and that drawback being that, well, two drawbacks. You don't get stat upgrades when you level up, and you take a lot longer to level up. But those are kind of negligible, in my opinion. Okay, like I said, we don't really need melee damage. We have so much of that. We're going to find other stats. Attack speed and range. Attack speed is nice, of course. I'll go ahead and take it. I have 0 attack speed right now. And there we go. Look at that, 7 sticks. We are hitting for 68 on this. Even the tier 1 stick is hitting for 39. That is ridiculous. Yeah, I assume this is going to be really easy. I haven't even struggled in the slightest in the past 7 waves. And I don't think it's because I'm the best player in the world. I think anyone doing this could easily be at this point if you're following along. Yeah, we don't have a ton of luck yet. I'd like to get more of that. And then also more attack speed. Because even though we have a ton of weapons, which means our sort of coverage is really good. Like, we're always hitting in multiple directions, so we don't get surrounded. I think having attack speed will be really, really nice. Because attack speed is actually the easiest damage stat to stack up. And we don't... Like, damage percent is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to have so much damage. Damage percent is going to be a little overkill. Like, we don't even need that much. But attack speed is always good. So, we would definitely love to see more of that. Tree is great, by the way. It can spawn more trees, which gets you more fruit, or more loot crates if you're lucky. Another stick. Let's go ahead and make them all tier 2. I think that's a nice balance. Bait for a bit of damage percent. Recycling machine is very good, by the way. You should definitely get this if you find it. One more reroll. And banner for attack speed. But yeah, the recycling machine, right? Pretty much, if you drop items from loot crates during the wave, you can recycle them for a higher value. And it might not seem necessary or like a good investment, but it pays for itself really quickly. And that's especially true if you are going for a high luck build, since you get a lot more loot crates when you have high luck. I'm just going to be careful here. And yeah, I mean, wave 8, it's, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you either think it looks interesting, like content-wise, like for entertainment purposes, or you actually are looking to learn how to play the baby. And I will say, wave 8 tends to be a slightly difficult wave for a lot of characters, just because you get a lot of these big guys, which are really tanky, which you saw we were kind of one-shotting them, the bruisers. And then you also have enemies in the like far off in the distance shooting projectiles at you. So it tends to be really obnoxious for melee characters like us. But in our case, it's actually quite easy because we deal so much damage. And you can see our weapons. 79 damage per hit. So this is why I said we're not really going to need much. Also, we found another black belt. That's amazing. XP gain and... Well, that's it really. The XP gain is all that matters. But yeah, we're not really going to need much damage percent. We are almost hitting... Yeah, we're hitting for 83 per hit with what we have already. That is ridiculous. We do not need damage percent to kill enemies. It's going to be extremely overkill. The enemies don't even have enough health to really tank more than two or three of these hits. And all of the enemies we're currently hitting on this wave can only tank one of these hits, by the way. They're really squishy. So we're already overkilling, most of the enemies in the game. Which just means that attack speed is going to be our best stat. So you don't have to focus too much on damage percent. I would say attack speed is the only really important damage stat if you are going for a Danger 5 win, like up to wave 20. I could use some armor because I'm actually taking a bit of damage. That's mostly because I'm not really paying attention too much, but armor will just make you safer, especially if you're a newer player, because then you can, make some small mistakes and not get punished too heavily. But we can go ahead and take the goat skull since it is free. Recycle, and double weapon slots just unlocked. That is crazy. Okay, the blood leech is actually quite nice because we don't need harvesting. And the lumberjack shirt, we're gonna buy it so it gets out of our shop because it is a unique item, so we can only get one of them. And another acid. We do not need more max HP. We could use more armor though. More armor would be great. Lemonade. Do we want the lemonade? It basically makes it so the fruits heal us for an additional health. I don't think we need it. Go and skip. Also don't need any range. One more reroll. Coffee. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for, right? It's the nice 10% attack speed. So we were attacking every 0.97 or 0.92 seconds. That's pretty decent. We got under the 1 second attack speed mark. And we were hitting for 100 per hit. Oh my god. So you saw last round, we were hitting for 83 minimum. Now our minimum damage is 101. So again, we just want to stack up that attack speed. We could definitely use some more luck still. Our luck is pretty low. But since we don't get level up upgrades, we have to depend on finding lost ducks, propeller hats, what else? Any items that give luck really. We just have to depend on finding them. So it's a little bit RNG for that. But I will say again, luck, attack speed, probably your two most important stats. They are the priority. And after that, you of course want to get a bit of max HP, but definitely some armor. Armor will make you the safest. Since you see we already have 50 health just from leveling up and from getting like one single acid in the shop earlier. So we're pretty tanky. And we're still going to get more max HP throughout this run. Okay, another weapon slot, perfect. We don't really need improved tools. We could take it, but it's not necessary, and it's really expensive for what we're doing. We're just playing for a quick 20 wave, easy, simple run. Ritual is okay, and another stick. You know, I'm actually going to lock it and leave it there. And the reason for that is that I would rather pick it up and just have another tier 3 stick than combine two of my tier 2 sticks. Because we're not necessarily going to find more weapons that easily. So I'll just leave it. I'm not going to combine it. You actually get a lot more value from just having 24 sticks, right? Compared to having like I don't know, 18 upgraded sticks. You'd still rather just have 24 sticks. Because that passive damage boost that applies to every single one of your weapons definitely outweighs the upgrade on one single stick. And at this point, we are at wave 11, and we haven't gotten much luck still. If I find it, I'm still willing to take it, but at some point, picking up luck is not going to do anything, since it's going to be too late in the run. At this point, it's definitely still will do something, though, so if I find some, I'll probably buy it. But if you found any luck early on, congratulations, you're probably in a very nice spot, finding a lot of stick upgrades. And see, now we can pick up that 13th stick. Easy. We will go ahead and pick up the bait, and the little muscly dude. We're actually going to take this. I did say we don't really need melee damage, but max HP will also make us safer, and having a bit more damage isn't going to hurt, right? Also, lifesteal, definitely a little bit better than HP regen, because we have so many weapons, so we attack so many times that the lifesteal has a lot more opportunities to trigger. Oh, same thing. We found another stick. We're going to go ahead and leave it there for now. And there we go. We found a clover. Okay, we finally found another luck item. So we can get up to 30 luck. We don't need dodge, and losing lifesteal is not the best, but the luck is going to be worth it, in my opinion. And did I just one-shot the lampreys, basically? So, as you know, the bait spawns special enemies. Those enemies are the ones I just killed at the beginning of the wave. They're called lampreys. And usually they're a little difficult to kill, but we definitely just one-shot them. The whole group just got instantly deleted. So also wave 12 tends to be a little difficult for some characters as well, just because enemies kind of um, surround you basically. They like encircle you and surround you. As you can see here, they're coming from all directions, all different types of enemies, and they're spawning. They're not really spawning in groups, so they don't just get hit once and die immediately. They're kind of spawning in very little random intervals all across the map. But since we have so much coverage with so many weapons, this wave is extremely easy for us. Can I level up here? Ah, didn't get to level up, but that's okay. We don't need this. We could do things like this, but I don't want you to depend on finding random things like this. We're just going to focus on our strategy, which is very simple to follow along with. Armor is amazing. Finally got some armor. So now we're only at 2 armor, but that is much better than 0, I promise you. I'm actually going to pick up the tier 2 stick. I don't want to go past tier 3, but tier 2 is great. Silver bullet, also great. We're going to delete bosses with that, and another clover for some more luck. So we don't have any lifesteal now, but that's okay. And another black belt, perfect. Okay, so we get more XP gain. By the way, the scar, the item the scar would be much better than the black belt, in my opinion. We don't really need melee damage or knockback, and we're losing luck. So the tier 1 scar item is actually better than this tier 2 item, even though this is much rarer, technically. Another stick. I don't have any tier 1 sticks, do I? I'm just going to go ahead and lock both of these and continue on. This boss, in this up-and-coming boss, or this upcoming boss, is going to have a very bad time versus us. So, looking forward to it. I want to see how quickly we kill this mini-boss, or this elite. You kind of just relax. I figured this character would be really, really easy, so I didn't actually have to plan out a strategy. I just read the character's traits, and I was like, oh, this is definitely the strongest strategy, and the easiest to follow. So, just go, go ahead and making a guide video the first time I played the character. Yeah, hopefully if you guys do follow, you don't struggle with this, because I think this should be relatively easy to do and replicate. And that is definitely what I go for in my videos, at least in these guide videos. I do plan on making endless videos starting from next week, but these videos that are part of my guide series are supposed to be really easy to replicate, for the most part. Okay, armor is great. And we could take that just for the speed. And we leveled up. And another black belt for more XP gain. Okay, perfect. And then a poisonous tonic. Attack speed is great. The only issue is it's very expensive attack speed. I don't think I actually want this. The issue with it is that we don't need a crit chance. It's way too difficult to stack crit chance if we can't get it from level ups. And then I'm also going to go ahead and buy this stick, by the way. I'm just going to do this so I can roll a little bit more. It's also way too difficult, or it also takes away another useful stat, right? Healing, HP regen, we gain crit chance, which is useless, and things like that. Mastery. So I did say we don't really need melee damage, but 6 melee damage is a lot to skip out on. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And yeah, our base damage is insane at this point. I'd say having all tier 3 weapons would be an accomplishment. If you have all tier 2s and 3s, sort of a mixture, that seems like it'd be the most common. Because if you're playing sticks, you don't really have any sort of extra materials, like with deep daggers. You don't have any extra stats, so you're just kind of going off the base economy. Like, we don't have any big modifications. We do have reduced shop prices, right? That helps a bit. Also, we saw the hunting trophy a bit earlier, which is basically gives you a chance to drop materials, an additional material, when you kill enemies with a critical hit. But the problem with that is, once again, stacking crit chance is really difficult, for one, and for two, since we're using sticks, the multiplier for crit damage is not actually very good. So it's just not worth it. I'm gonna just, kind of try to hit as many enemies as possible here. We're gonna recycle this. We don't actually need range, nor the ice cube, and a stick. Okay, perfect. So we can go ahead and combine these two. Even though we lose one stick, I'm sure we'll find one, and we instantly found one. There we go. And yeah, see, crit chance. This is one of the best items to give crit chance, but imagine trying to find 20 of these just to get our crit chance up. to 100%. It's way too difficult. It's not worth the investment. A black belt. Okay, so more level ups. We do keep losing luck, which is really unfortunate, but we can't do much about that because we just have to go for this. Once again, if you find the scar, which gives you 20% XP gain, additional XP gain, and it only takes away 8 range. That is much, much better than the black belt. It's cheaper, it does pretty much the same thing, and you don't actually have to use all your materials and lose luck as well. We could also find the Bean Teacher. Bean Teacher gives 50% XP gain, and, or sorry, actually, 50% XP gain, and you lose lifesteal, which is perfectly fine. I kind of walked into that. It doesn't really matter too much though, we are so tanky, and as long as we're not getting hit by too many projectiles, we can kind of do whatever we want. I will say, on this wave, wave 15, you can kind of focus the projectile shooting enemies just to make sure you stay safe. Sort of try to run towards them and kill them before they become an issue. More enemies is amazing, and lifesteal is actually amazing as well. And we leveled up twice, and we got a coffee. Okay, this is a perfect shop. Another black belt. Again, black belt's good. The scar or the bean teacher would be much better, because we keep losing luck, which is decreasing our chances to find... Alright, there we go, there's a scar. This is our first one, right? Plus 20% XP gain, only minus 8 range. So this is what I was talking about. This would be much better than getting more black belts. It's cheaper, does pretty much the same thing. Metal is great. Lost duck. Anything else? Lifesteal, and also Shady Potion. I actually should have gone for the Shady Potion. I didn't really look at it until after I had bought in the butterfly. Shady Potion is great, just 20 luck, and we just lose HP regen, which is not super important. Because once again, if you have a lot of luck, you kind of drop a lot of fruits. As you can see, we have one here and one on my left, one on my right, one from the tree. Right, so we get a bunch of these fruits everywhere, and we also just prefer lifesteal because we attack so much and so often that lifesteal actually has a much higher chance of triggering. This character is pretty satisfying. I feel like this would be really fun. I definitely have some ideas already just for endless runs on this character. I think it could be really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. Try to clear out this clump. Okay, perfect. Almost 600 materials. And see, we keep recycling things. Let's check our recycling machine really quickly. 219 materials from the recycling machine. This is what I was talking about. This thing pays for itself really, really easily. Shady Potion, stick, and a whetstone for lifesteal. And a mouse. More enemies is great. We definitely want that. And a snail. So we reduce enemy movement speed, which is actually really good. Do not underrate the snail. And this boss. This is the crocodile. And he's dead. Took 5 seconds to kill the crocodile elite. So yeah, I don't think this character... I don't think if you follow along with me, you're going to struggle at all. I hope not. But if you do, you know, you can always leave a comment if you have any problems, and I'll try and help you or give some advice if you can tell me about your situation. But yeah, hopefully you just have a really easy time and you win on your first run just like I am. Because I definitely don't think we've had anything special happen this run. Maybe... No, not really. I'm trying to think, did we get any crazy items or anything? No, and even if I did get a crazy item, I would have skipped it. Because you guys, anyone who's watched my other guide videos knows these videos, once again, I try to make them as replicable as possible. So I skip anything that's too crazy, because I know you guys won't necessarily find it. See, this is fine, it's just a little bit of attack speed and some damage percent. I don't need to skip this, right? But it's actually kind of worth it, because we really don't need it, and it's 150 materials. I'm just going to take it because, you know, it's there, so I'll just take it. We got a scar, leveled up, another stick, another black belt, a ritual, okay, more sticks, and another stick. So all of our sticks are tier 1 or tier 2 now. Perfect. Yes, they are. And how many weapons do we have? I kind of lost count. um, this... Oh, I was about to say, this might be our fastest wave 20 ever on the... at least in the guide series. But our demon kill was so ridiculously fast. I think we killed both the final bosses in less than 3 seconds. Like, the only reason it took 3 seconds was because, or even close to 3 seconds, was because the bosses had to get near us first. But this is probably going to be really fast as well. I would definitely need more attack speed if I wanted to attack, or if I wanted to kill the final boss fastest, like as fast as possible. Also, you see these junkies that come out of the spawner enemies? Basically, these big blobs are called spawners, and then the things that come out are called junkies. You want to kind of focus them, and then wait for the small ones to come out and kill them as well. Otherwise, they'll start running everywhere, and it becomes really obnoxious. Recycle that. Recycle that. Leveled up, perfect. A tardigrade. We definitely don't need any defensive stuff at this point. I'm pretty safe. So the Greek fire can be really good, but we didn't go for this, so we're just going to go and skip it. Coupon. It's pretty late, but we're still going to buy that. Another stick. So how many do we have right now? We're 21 out of 21. We're going to go ahead and combine these and actually pick this up. Another tree. It's a little late, but I will go ahead and take it. And a metal. Armor, damage percent, and health. Once again, we don't actually need those anymore. I'm just going to look for more sticks. There we go. Perfect. So again, we have all tier 2 and 3 sticks. We're not actually going to make it to 24 weapons. We tried, but it's not really in our control. The best we could do is get more enemy spawns, which we did by getting gentle aliens and mouses along the way. And then get more XP gain, which we bought every single XP gain item we found. So even doing that, we are probably only going to be at 22 weapons at the end of this run. Which is not a bad thing. We're getting most of the use out of our passive, right? Enemies are spawning all over the place. I would like to give more guidance, but I think this is too easy, right? I can almost just stand still if I want. And I feel like I could have done this for most of the run. So this character definitely seems pretty, like way too strong when you're using the sticks. I'm sure if you use other weapons, it'd be more difficult. But the point of the guide is to make this easy for you to win. So, you know, I think we're succeeding pretty easily. We'll go ahead and take that. Recycle for more material slots. And we got another stick. There we go. Look at that. 423 damage on that stick. We don't need that. We just want more damage. So we're going to try to get more tier 3 sticks. A tier 1, sure. We'll pick it up. And a tier 2. Or sorry, tier 3 again. Any more? Another tier 2. One more. And this one, we can't actually afford it. Unfortunate. Well, that's it, guys. Let's see how long the final wave takes. Let's go. That was about 4 seconds. Oh! Oh, he ran away. I think that would have taken only 3 seconds. And if you heard the noise, that was the win a baby, or win a run with baby achievement. And now we have unlocked the Celery Tea. Plus 5% XP gain at the end of a wave, plus 50% XP gain during the next wave, and plus enemy health during the next wave. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That's it for the baby. Next time we are going to be playing the Vagabond. We also have never played this one, so hope you guys come and watch that. But yeah, that's it for now. Leave a like and subscribe, please. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, goodbye. Bye-bye.